Matamata Raceway. Main event, the V-Max. It's the day before 40 years of the Gen 1 V-Max, 1985 to 2025, and we are the last day. And this is one of these beasts that has been a little bit updated to keep with the times, but it's still here. Carbureted, standard motor, a little bit of brakes, a little bit of exhaust, but it's completely stock motor and it's still chopping it up.
So the briefest of introductions, because if you're here you surely know what a VMAX is, but they were all the rage in the mid-80s. From 85 onwards, nothing could touch them. Yamaha, in fact, thought that everything they made was amazing. Only this old RD and the latest Multistrada use a 70-degree V4 engine. However, the Multistrada engine is somehow about 35 kilos lighter than this old clunker. But look at it, in its glory. Damn, hot diggity. Now, if you're wondering why a pirate is limping towards his VMAX, it's just an Achilles heel, I think. So, this is the last day of 2024, which means we are on the last day of the VMAX before it is 40 years old. Because from 1985 to 2005, these puppies were made, and we're now coming up to 2025. That's a long time. So, should this old girl be put down, taken to the meatworks, turned into glue, or should it be taken to the foundry, melted down and made into T1000s? Because we all know there's not enough goodness in there to turn into a T2000, whatever the other one was. So, are we just playing with ourselves here, or is this old lump of metal still as good as it was, or better, 1985? Let's find out. But not a third time, I'm superstitious.
I've got earplugs on, I can't hear other people. Spider webs.
So peaceful, at nature, with one. Just who would know that there was a hooligan hiding inside? $284 kilos wet. That is the weight of 2 MotoGP bikes. That's not a good stat for the VMAX. It's pretty planted on the open road. It's just like any other sort of naked bike. You are a bit of a windsock. You probably don't want to ride in town, but you're going to have to at some point. And this is a breeze. The clutch is a little on the heavy side, but you know, it's okay to have a Popeye arm. But enough of this city shit. Yeah. Nah. So I'm heading out to the highway. I've got nothing to lose at all. I'm gonna do it my way. Take a chance before I fall. A chance before I fall. I tell you, saying lyrics doesn't sound the same as singing them. This is some of the pastoral areas of the Waikato. If you don't know where the Waikato is, you might not be looking up New Zealand. That's a part you'll need to intertwine to get to this point. The nuts and bolts of it is that every biker wants to know, how does it handle? I mean, is it as good as the multi-strata that I mentioned before with the similar V configuration? Well, I can tell you, I'm not quite sure because I haven't ridden a V4 multi-strata. But as we can see, the Vmax is going through these curves here like a hot knife through butter. And if there's nothing better than that, then it's a stop sign telling you to pull $6,000 and dump the clutch. And in advance, you're welcome. The underside of those clouds are looking dark. That means that they're either quite thick or full of water, or the reflection from the flat earth is upsetting their imbalance. So we need to get on to where we're getting on to and make the final conclusion on what we think about this old clunker. Uno momento, first of all we should find out what the 0 to 100 kilometres time is. I think it's about 4 seconds. Do your math. If you need a cigarette, now is that time. Just to the west of Te Aroha is the Old Forge, where you can get cold snacks and food. When they're open, of course. They're not open at the moment. But I came here because I wanted to look at this old rusty sign and see if it had any relevance to the Vmax. You know, the play on words of the Old Forge. Well, I gotta say, I wasn't feeling the love. So I just got the fuck out of there. Except for the windsock action while cruising at open road speeds, this thing is a beast. Gets off the line, it handles, it brakes, and the fuel tank range is only 160 k's, so you get to stop and rest a lot, which is great. And I think it looks sharp. I mean, it's got that flowing look to it, but it is sharp, and that counts for a lot. I nearly forgot, it never needs a Windows 10 update. I mean, you do have to blow out the carburetors and keep them, you know, tickled pink, so to speak. But otherwise, you know, oh, hello, my old friend, who are you? Yeah. So, you've made it to the end nearly. Thanks. There's a little bit more.
Who are you? Your carry tree?
Are you still listening and watching? Wow. What a legend. You really should put something in the comments, because to get this far, I mean, you're 10 minutes deep and you're still listening to the rambling. I mean, I gotta say, I did have a can of Boss coffee before I rode the Max, and well, that does give you a little bit of attitude, if you know what I mean.